Hello everyone, welcome to Timberborn. It's episode 2. Stutter here. Just watching the beavers relax before going to bed, and I'm noticing that we have a bit of a problem. One of the risks of some of the industrial buildings is there's a chance that a beaver will be injured. And that, for, obvious reasons, means they are not happy. So we want that beaver to get better. So one of the first things we're going to end up having to do is I'm going to have to unlock a medical bed. Because this will help out with the injury status. Now, where is a good spot? I can always change to a more permanent location later. So I'm gonna put some, question, where is a good spot? Even temporary. I'm gonna put them here. I'm gonna put a couple of beds here. And we'll do this here. That, maybe. We'll join up with that. And while we're at it, I wonder if another campfire might be useful. With the increase in beavers, it should be a little bit better. That way they can, more people can enjoy. How many can socialize at any point in time? I guess this is the maximum visitors, so 5 of them at a time, and we've got 18 beavers, so 5. We're gonna need 4 of them to make them happy. No, it's not that big of a deal. I think we'll leave it at that. It will affect their growth in well-being, but it shouldn't be too bad. I think that it should be fine for the time being. We'll get those guys will end up building that. I'm going to put a priority on at least one of them so that we can take care of the one injured beaver that we've got. In the last episode, we were able to get everything in a stable state, and I started building another set of farming, but we need some beavers to house them. We have 5 spots in all the buildings that we have right now that we don't have enough beavers for. We have 7 beds that can be filled, so we just have to wait for nature to take its course, and the beaver population should get bigger. I'm going to speed things up a little so that we can get that going. And the thing that I want to get done is I'm going to increase the priority on this a little bit so that this will get populated before other areas. The hauler post is great, but at this point in time, the only reason I would fill it is to satisfy the tutorial. Other than that, I don't really care until we get into some more late game stuff. I'm going to fill in some crops here. And okay, so we got another drought coming, but we should be good because we've got dams in place here, which means that this area here should stay hydrated. We've got dams in place here, which means that this area here will be hydrated, including this spot here. Areas in here will stay hydrated as well. I'm going to grow some potatoes in here. One thing that I would like to leave some space for, though, is I want to build a path through here and here so that we've got some good navigation going. I'd like to eventually hydrate this area here, but I'm not sure how I would go about doing that, so for right now that's going to end up staying as is. We'll get this going here. I'm going to plant some more potatoes here. And I'm going to plant some more sunflowers here. I don't know how much of this is going to end up being planted because some of this is dry land. So it's not hydrated enough to be able to do it. I'm not going to take over this because what I'd like to be able to do is keep this open to add more industry if I need it. Just because this is convenient to be able to use the moving water to expand this. What else? Oh, I'm not using gears, so I could probably put a pause on this building. Oh, and new things for 1.0 is there are automations that I can use. So I'm wondering whether I can automate something. Contamination, chronometer, power meter, population counter, resource counter. I don't have any paper. So what I was thinking is if I could do a resource counter and count the have it count the number of gears that we have and planks, I could turn these guys on and off depending on whether we've got enough planks. But if and see, I could also turn it off when there's no water coming through, but if I do that with a power meter, I need iron, which I don't have. Is there a weather sensor? Yes. Oh, and I need treated planks for that. Okay, well, what can I build right now? So I can build a simple lever. You know what? For 50 points, I'm gonna experiment a little because I haven't played around with the new controls possibilities. So I'm gonna do this. Okay. So I'm gonna name this manual lever. Okay. Automate manual lever. Automate manual lever. Okay, so I probably need to unpause these for now. Okay. Yes. Okay, so that's good. So now instead of having these guys, yeah, so that's cool. So instead of having to go into each of these guys and turning them on, I'm going to rename this now, though. This is going to be production buildings. And that way, instead of having to actually find all the production buildings, I can just have them turn them on and off as needed. So right now there's no power, there's no point in having these guys going, so I will turn off the production buildings and leave that on. That should open up space here for the hauling post. Why don't... Why is... Wait, what? Some more places like hauling posts don't fill all other worker slots by default. You can change the number of desired workers. The building's panel. Oh! Decrease workplace priority. Oh, I didn't even have to... Oh. Yeah. I should read instructions. I really should. So I didn't actually have to increase population. Increase desired workers. Yeah, I didn't have to actually, because all they wanted was me to actually hit this button here. It actually didn't matter how many workers. I'm going to actually turn that down. I'm going to keep this as this, and then we're good. Pause. Hauling post. Oh. Okay. Unpause. Okay. That's it? Okay. I was worried about nothing. Okay, so we gotta wait for the water to come back on to get those guys working, but I don't think we need any materials for the time being. We won't have anything being built at the moment, but I do have some ideas for some buildings that I'm gonna need. One of them is I'm going to need a storage facility for storage. Where's storage? Storage. I need a I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. There we go. Let's do this path properly like that. And now this is uneven and it's really bugging me, but I'm gonna have to deal with it for now. Okay, so I need this here. And I'm going to turn this into storage for potatoes. And we are going to unlock stairs. And we are going to unlock the platform. What this will let us do is add an extra layer to this, and I can make this a new storage warehousing center. We'll make a path here like this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another 2 storage bins here. This is going to become grilled potatoes, and this is going to become... Oh, I forgot. I need one for sunflower seeds as well. Okay, so my original plan was to get rid of this and put it in here, but that's not enough room, so What else can I do? I can put it here and do that. And this is gonna be berries. I am going to supply goods to other warehouses from this. I am going to put a priority on this guy. And I am going to put a priority on this guy. So that'll do the sunflower seeds. This is going to do the berries. In fact, I'm going to empty that and prioritize with haulers. I got 10 extra beavers. I'm going to boost that to 6. I forgot to boost that, so that's gonna be back up. Oops. See, automation would be great. This is still manual, but it's better. Vertical architecture. Build rooftop terrace. Later, I think. Layer tool. As your settlement grows vertically, working beneath buildings and terrains can become difficult. The layer tool helps with that by hiding everything else. Oh, it's this. Lower layer to 0. Oh. We're already pretty low, I guess. Raise visible layer. Yeah, see, this is the bottom layer. So I can't go any lower than this. Reset visible layer. Okay, done. Tutorial is good. Oh. Control visible layer by Alt scroll. I am holding Alt scroll. Lower visible to raise. Okay, good. Reset. Okay. I don't know what triggered that, but hey. Oh. Well, I'm just gonna get rid of this, and I am going to be horrible, and I am just going to leave things on the floor. It's gonna bug me for a little while, but hey. Oh, no, it would be good. Pause this guy for now. And then they have to get it from there. Perfect. Okay, next. What else have we got? I've got potatoes, but I don't have baked potatoes. So I am going to need to set up a griller. How many spaces do I need? It is a 2x2 block, and I have 3x3 here. So, how about I do this? That. And that. That should leave this a 3x3 space for other things to go into. I am going to set this to grilled potatoes. And I am going to pause that for now. Um, I don't know if one is more than enough for the amount of potatoes that we've got right now. We will see. What else have we got? I wonder if I should look into paper. What do I need for paper? I need 80 horsepower. Ooh, 9? Nice. Alright. Probably the grilled potatoes, right? They're eating all the grilled potatoes. Okay. Needs, oh, rooftop terrace. Yes, I'm not going to do that right now. I am going to look into paper. I need this. I'm going to put it there. And the reason I'm going to put it there is because I want to leave this space open for either this or this. Either another gears workshop or another planks workshop. But I'm not sure which one I would need. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do this. I'm going to put another planks workshop in there. Now, I am going to need more planks by building this across here. This. So we're going to put a priority on this and these guys. For now. The reason being is because I also will need more power for these guys. So what I'm gonna do is add 2 more water wheels to here. Because this is not gonna be enough. This is just barely enough to cover these guys. So we are doing 187. This is 120, and then this is 50. So it's just enough for this. This is 10, it's like 15 more in this. So these are currently underpowered. I'm gonna add this to that. They're underpowered for now, but once this is done, I'll get a priority on these. These only need logs to do, so that's... Oh! You can turn water wheels on and off? Or is that just... Or is that... Oh, that's probably just for the fact that they're being built. How's the logs? Logs are good. They are producing quite well. I am going to put this out here. Nope. Delete rubble. Mark resources for demolition. Destroy those because I'm going to put a... I'm going to clean this up here and put... Oh. Actually, I've changed my mind. I'm not going to clean those out because I am going to put a forester in here. Like that. And then I am going to change these to that. Marked for... I'll mark those guys out. Those guys are good. Yeah. And that gives me the opportunity to build that out there. Okay. They're working away. I think that 2 builders is not enough, because the only guys that are doing building are these guys here. I'm gonna increase. We've got 4 extra beavers, so I'm gonna boost that to 4. That should let us be able to build a lot more items now. I'm still going to put a pause on that, because I'm thinking that I probably need to put a higher priority on this guy. Another drought is coming. So these guys, the buildings are going to be... Oh. Okay. What was I doing here? Yeah, so we'll put a push on this plant. So this is, I don't need to set these guys to planting because they're already there. So I'm going to need this and this to be able to cover all of this area here. I wish I could prioritize. I guess I'm going to have to manually remove this one. Kind of hoping that I wouldn't have to, because it would end up cutting this down on its own, but I guess not. Alright, so we've got 2 beavers that need a place to work, so I guess we'll do this. We have a total of 530 horsepower available. So that should be more than enough to cover all of these buildings. So that means we'll get paper. We do need a space to store paper though. So we will put this here. Like this. Make a path. And then another storage facility here for paper. So our general production should be good. So I think now would probably be a good time to consider this, which is vertical architecture. In the wasteland, it's important to optimize use of space. Beavers do that by growing their cities vertically. Some buildings, like lodges, have flat roofs that can support other structures. Let's build a rooftop terrace now. You may need to use stairs to connect it to the districts. Where would be a good spot? I need a 2x3 space. If I put it here, must be atop other buildings. It doesn't look like I've got any good spots for that. What about here? If I do this, like that, and then I do that, and path it like this, and then a set of stairs. Which is not the way that I thought it was going to be. But that's fine. Here. Good. Like that. Now I'll put priority on these guys. We should have enough logs and planks for this. So that should get us the rooftop terraces. And I've got more than one, so that's perfect. They are actually, these should operate the same as a campfire. It's just they're gonna take up a lot less space. And I say less space, but they also will take up roof space, which means that if I want to increase the height of this and put more houses and everything, I'm gonna have to delete these, put houses in, and then do that. But that's for later, and we're fine. New well-being score. Awesome. That is good. I have a vacancy somewhere. Where do I have a vacancy? Oh, that's not working, so I'm gonna turn those off for now, and I'll figure out what to do about that later. Oh, how about this? You do not need to work here. You've done your job well. I can consider what to do with this area later. For right now, I'm just gonna, guess, clear it out. Get rid of these berry bushes and stuff. Should give them something to do in it at any rate. Oh, that's new. Oh, that is cool. So if I mark for demolition on trees that I'm gonna cut down, it just removes the stumps for me. That is so much better. Before you had to mark them, and like the beavers would actually come and take them out. But it's pointless because you can actually use the, like, you can put a building on top of them and it'll end up making them disappear anyways. So that is so much nicer. I am so glad they fixed that. You know what? So water's been coming through here just because it's been spilling over into this area, right? So what if I built a path over this, like, and to here, and that, and that, and then I'm gonna do a path over to there. Because what I'm thinking is, this water source is coming in here, and it's split between this spot here and this spot here, right? And this spot is split between here and here. It's going to end up going here first, just because it's going to hit these barriers and then go there. But eventually it starts spilling over to this, over this, and then going along here, which is good. But I'm thinking, what if we took out this and actually just had this flow normally, and this out, and this out, so that it came in here and then split here and flowed in there, and then it flowed here. And then this here and this here would block it so that it's going fully into here. And then damming up here instead of here, so that this is supplying this area with water, as well as this being able to split this area with water. And then this area should stay green for a lot longer. Plus, if I can get some water going through here, areas like this should end up getting green as well, which means that I can open up this area here for planting. I can open up some of this area here for planting. Theoretically, if I can dam up this and make the water higher, I might be able to actually reclaim some of this as usable land as well. So let's just set that up first, and we'll go through and we'll mark that for demolition. I'll mark this for demolition. We need to have a dam across here, like that, which I think the best way to fix that one is gonna be if I path across here, put that there, and then path from here to... I'm going to put a priority on this so that it does that one first, and then the beavers should be able to reach here once this is built. So that should take care of this. Because even though there's gaps here and here, this should still stop at this point, because it's got to go through those to be able to do it. It's not going to sneak through on the sides. The other thing is, let's do this, and it's maybe here? Here. Ideally, it would be that. Let's put a priority on these guys so that they clean those up there. Oh, nap time. Oh, drought's over. I forgot to turn the buildings back on. How are we on? I don't need any berries, so that's good. But I think as far as I recall, I don't need berries until I get into the herbalist, which I'm gonna need them for that, which I really only need when I have to deal with a badtides. I forgot badtides were a thing. Both of these water sources are going to turn into badtides, which means that I'm going to need to consider ways of mitigating that. As of right now, all of my beavers will get sick and die. So I'll stick with this for now. This is gonna end up doing that, so this is working well. I'm gonna do this here like that, path to that so that they can do this. Mark that for demolition. they'll finish that. So that's going to fill this up. So the next thing I need to worry about, because everything is working well here in this. I think they've got more than enough of everything that they're needing. Oh, and even grilled potatoes. So yeah, they're good for that. Well-being is good. There's more than enough logs to cover everything. Even the plank production is decent enough. Although, I wonder if I should think about another storage facility instead of that. That's fine. We don't need that many planks at the moment. So, what I'm thinking is... we need to have a bypass of some sort for these. We've got 2 water sources. One here and one over here. Both of these, when a bad tide starts, are going to produce bad water, which means that we need an alternate path for bad water. So what I'm thinking is... this one here should be easy enough, because what I would do is I will, if I dam up this, like this, if I put that there and then clean out this here, and put dams here, what I can do is close these off in the event of a bad tide and then turn these on, and then instead of flowing this way, it's going to flow this way. The only problem is that this will also flow this way. Means that we also need to consider what this is doing and what this is doing here. It's going to be a lot of water flow that's going to be going through this gate if I do this the way that I think it is. So if I dam up this here, like that. So I close this, open this, and bad tides should both go to here. Now this is not going to have enough flow, so I'm going to have to rethink that at some point anyways, but that should be a good start. Now I just need to figure out how these guys are going to get to this spot, build them. So best way to do it would be there, and then there, and then maybe there. So we'll pass to here. Doesn't need to be fancy at this point in time because we just need to get it done. So that takes care of that. I need to get a path to here, which what I'm thinking is that there. I need to Mark resources for demolition, which is those. Drought approaching. That is good. Not that it's not good that it's a drought, but I mean, it's good that it's not bad tide yet. Okay, so I'm going to prioritize those. And then they should be able to access. This is a really long distance, but with the way that the new pathing works, I don't need... You can basically go anywhere on a map. Okay, so the next thing that I need to worry about is how to get to these guys. And I think that this is a relatively easy way to do it. So I'll do that there. This here. And now we're gonna get fancy. And I'm gonna unlock this. And that. Not very symmetrical, but it'll do for now. And path across here. Path across here. There and there. Path to there. Path to here. Which this will work out well for a couple of reasons. Is this path out here will give me access to this area here, which means that I'll be able to get some metal soon. The only other spots for metal are over here and over here, which I'll get to. Well, I guess there's a spot here as well. That's probably the easiest. Not very much, but it should be fine. But if I path out to here, it means I've got access to all of this. I can actually start getting some metal going, which will be good. But for right now, because that's definitely going to be needed anyways, if I want to get some automation, because I did notice that some of the higher end automation is going to definitely need some metal going. So we're gonna go this here, there, and like that. And once those guys finish what they've got there, that should make that happy. Now, what I might do is... Oh, getting closer. That there. So just need those guys done there, and then they'll be able to path out to there. I don't know if that's going to be enough, so I'm going to do that there. I think they're doing a good job, honestly. I'll prioritize the paths out to the spots that they need to build, and then that should work out well. So they finished that, which is great. So yeah, see, now all of this area here is now permanently green because every drought is going to end up keeping the water all here, which means that I'm going to end up having a lot more green areas to deal with, or to have available to me. Be nice to stretch it out to here, but I think that dealing with bad tides is probably a higher priority than that. These guys can't get to they can't get to those, so I'm going to do that for now. then they'll be able to cut those guys down. I don't need to... I've got enough here for the amount of logs that I need right now. I think that the tree farms that I have at the moment are more than enough to be able to cover that. If anything, I might expand into something else, which is tapper shacks. So tapper shacks will let me collect pine resin and maple syrup. In this particular case, I am going to... Oh, not enough science points. How many science points do I need? Oh, whoops. Okay, well, apparently we're not doing that. That will be future. Okay, well, I guess I need more science points at some point, but he's working away. That's fine. We'll skip that for now. We need to think about automating this because I want to be able to, at the very least, at the push of a button, switch these as soon as the bad tide starts, because I want this off and I want this off as soon as the bad tide starts. I don't want any bad water getting anywhere near this. I'm gonna open this as well because I'm gonna do this here. But that might be a problem as well because I'm probably going to need some science points for that as well. Because I think badtide. Flow sensor, no. Depth sensor, no. Contamination sensor, that's what I need. And not only do I not have enough science points, but I do not have metal, which means that I'm not going to be able to automate that. However, a lever should be more than enough to be able to cover everything that I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another lever in here, nice little corner here. I will rename this to Badtides switch. I want to pin it. I want to prioritize. I want them to build that first. Oh, missed. Sorry, getting distracted. And this I want to automate with Badtide switch. So I want, when I turn this on, I want the height to be, yeah, correct. I want it to be 1 meter. I want this to be the same thing, Badtide switch. I want, when it's off, it's 65. When it's on, it is going to be 1 meter. However, this, I want it to be the opposite. So when it's off, I want it to be 1 meter. When it's on, I want it to be 0 meters because I want this to be open. I want it to flow all the way that way. Everything. No limits whatsoever. So, now we can probably test this for right now. So, Badtide switch. Perfect. Does that work for this thing too? No, because they're not built yet. Won't show the animation for it or anything. So, Okay, so testing's good. It's good. I just need to clean out this spot right here. And I want a relatively high priority on that. And I think this should be good. So they can get out to here. So they've already started building this, which is great. So this will end up letting us... So as soon as a bad tide starts, this will turn on as long as I pay attention and hit the switch. This will go to 1 meter, and this will go to 1 meter, and then this will go to open. So all of the bad tide water should flow through here. What else would be a good idea? I don't think it matters, because if it can make it through these two, it's going to make it through all of this complicated. Oh. No, it will not. So this is blocked. So I have no way off the map at the moment. So I'm going to have to get a lot more creative. So so I'm gonna have to get rid of this. So let's do that. So I need to get rid of this. I need to block this off here, which I will do with this, like that. Okay, so it's got to come through here. This is a very complicated spot here. Ooh, higher well-being. Higher well-being. Well, this is flowing off the map here, so all I need to do is get it through here, and it should be fine. So if I get this cleared out and this cleared out, that should flow through here, come through here. It's going to either path through this, which is going to end up getting blocked here, or go through this, which should end up meeting back up with here, which is going to end up going off the map here. Now I just need to clear it out. So this here, I just need to work backwards now. So that's going to be that. To get to this, I need that and that. Hopefully this contamination isn't not going to bother them too much. I am going to put that there. Pass to there. I'm going to put stairs here and a path here, because then this here should actually open up the possibility of why is it because I got too many priorities? Or did I accidentally cut off where it's supposed to go? Yeah, so that should be there. Put a priority on this guy here. Put a priority on that, and that, and that. And this. And that should allow me to pull out this. So everything should work. provided all of this gets done, it should be good. Yeah. But on that note, I think that we will just wait for those guys to do their thing. They should be done by next episode, or they may be finishing off by next episode. This is a little bit longer than I expected it to run, but I'm glad I got everything done that I was thinking of. Oh, I need to turn this thing back on. Now that's going to be an issue, because I'm going to have to remember to not accidentally hit the wrong one. We're good. Yeah, so... and that would be the reason why they stopped working, because they don't have enough materials, because I had these off. Alright. That's fixed. At any rate, that will be it for this episode. These guys will keep working away. I think everything else is stable. They've got enough food. They're happy. Beavers. And I and the beavers will see you in the next video. If you like the video, please like, subscribe if you want to see more, stay up to date on the videos that are coming out. I've started the Timberborn series, but I also do videos on Out of Ore. If you're interested, feel free to look through the other videos that I've got and enjoy. But until next time, I and the beavers will say goodbye, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.